Hello there again. I guess the title of this video probably should be why 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7 does not equal 16. So here's a simple looking math problem or mathematics problem that causes a surprising amount of disagreement. And that problem is 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7. Some people look at this and immediately start working from left to right. They'll solve the 1 plus 2 and get 3. They'll do the 3 times 3 and get 9, and 9 plus 7 is 16. So a lot of people will just say the answer is 16. But 16 is not the correct answer to the expression as written. And let's look at why. All right, let's look at why. Why is that? All right, let's look at the problem again. 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7. All right, we're going to show that incorrect calculation. People are going 1 plus 2 equals 3, 3 times 3 equals 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. And the mistake a lot of people make, a lot of people have forgotten really what they were taught in school decades ago. It's really the only real reason I can see. It's a matter of either not forgetting or not paying attention in the first place. It's basically one of the two. A lot of people will make the mistake of assuming that you just solve mathematics left to right. And there's other people who kind of half understand the order of operations, and they think, well, you only use the order of operations if you have parentheses. And that's not true either. All right, you don't work left to right, strictly left to right. Um, there's a really good reason for that, too. Multiplication is fundamentally a way of representing repeated addition. So let's take the first part of that expression, the 2 times 3. Well, what does that mean? Well, that can be thought of as two groups of 3. All right? It can be thought of as 3 plus 3, because what is 2 times 3? Well, one way of looking at it is saying 2 times 3 is the same thing as adding 2 3 times. 2 plus 2 plus 2. Or you could also look at it as adding 3 twice. But, I actually prefer looking at it this way, that if you have 2 times 3, 2 times 3, let's see, can we write? Actually, with 2 times 3, the best way to look at 2 times 3 is to say 2 times 3 is the same thing as adding 2. This, pardon the handwriting with the mouse here, but basically it's 2 times 3 is the same thing as adding 2 3 times. If I had 3 times 2, I really prefer to look at that as that would be the same thing as adding 3 twice. But it doesn't really matter. 2 times 3 and 3 times 2 are the same thing. So really, all I'm getting at here is that multiplication is nothing more than repeated addition. 2 times 3 is the same thing as 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. It's the same thing as 3 plus 3 is 6. Well, let's substitute that repeated addition directly into our original expression, okay? If we started with 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7, and if 2 times 3 means the same thing as 3 plus 3, or, more specifically, I like to look at it as you're taking 2 and adding it 3 times, same thing. You could also say it's 2 plus 2 plus 2. But since that 2 times 3 is same as 3 plus 3, or 2 plus 2 plus 2, you can rewrite it as 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7. Now everything is just addition. So now you just simply work from left to right. 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. And so 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7 is actually 14. It is not 16. So there you have it as far as why you do the multiplication first. There's a good reason for why you do the multiplication first. It's because the multiplication is repeated addition. Again, 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7 can become 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7. That leaves you with 4 plus 3 equals 7, and 7 plus 7 is 14. So it's really pretty simple. It's really basic mathematics. Now some people remember some of the acronyms, okay? There you've got PEMDAS, there's also BODMAS, BEDMAS, BIDMAS. If you learn PEMDAS, that's just a memorization tool. It's parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. And frankly, this acronym gets a lot of people in trouble because right away, what people will do is they start to say, well, guess what? I don't have any of these parentheses. So you just ignore it and you solve left to right. That has never been true. But I cannot tell you how many hundreds of people have used that excuse on me. Well, there's no parentheses, so you just go left to right. They kind of they remember a tiny thimbleful of what the order of operations was all about. You don't need parentheses. You don't need exponents. If you don't have them, you start with multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. So just you got to remember if you do remember that acronym, you got to remember that multiplication and division have equal precedence. Addition and subtraction also have equal precedence. Now, this is where the left to right really comes in. When operations have equal precedence, then you work from left to right. And I think this is what gets a lot of people in trouble. There's a lot of people out there who really don't do much more than balance their checkbook. They add and subtract, okay? Mostly add and subtract numbers. And as long as you're adding and subtracting, well, you're okay. You just go left to right. Addition and subtraction have equal precedence. So 5 minus 2 is 3, minus a negative 2 plus 5 is also 3. So it doesn't really matter what order you do them in, you can just go left to right. So this rule that some people think there's a rule that you just always go left to right without parentheses, which is not true. You apply the order of operations first and then work left to right among operations of equal precedence. It's pretty simple. So again, multiplication and division, equal precedence, left to right. Addition and subtraction, equal precedence, left to right. I've seen some people actually try to say, well, you got to force addition before subtraction, and that is not true either. All right, but what if you really want the answer to be 16? Well, then you have to change the expression. You need to add parentheses. Instead of having 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7, it would have to be rewritten 1 plus 2 inside of parentheses times 3 plus 7. Parentheses tell us to perform the addition first. So that's the thing about parentheses. You don't need parentheses in this original problem. But if you want to change the order, you sure do. If you want this addition to take priority over the multiplication, then you need to put it within parentheses. That's how you get 16. Because if you have it written this way, then first you have to solve the 1 plus 2. You do the addition inside the parentheses first, then you're left with 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3. You add it, all right? So yeah, you do the addition inside the parentheses first, and then you're left with 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and then it's 9 plus 7. So now you get the 3 times 3, which is the 9. You add that 9 to this 7, and you're left with 16. So 1 plus 2 inside of parentheses times 3 plus 7 does equal 16. So again, as the problem's written, 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7 equals 14. To get 16, you need parentheses around the 1 plus 2. And if you don't believe any of this, please type it into your cell phone calculator and then get back to me. Be careful when you use your calculator, because if you use a simple dollar store calculator, those don't always understand the order of operations. They won't work right. And I'm going to show you how that works on a calculator. So we're going to show you this on a calculator. First of all, let's use a Windows computer. Normally, your calculator on a Windows computer works in what's called standard mode. And a lot of people really don't understand this, but standard mode's basically immediate execution mode. So you can't really enter the whole thing in properly. You can't enter the whole expression with mixed operations and get the correct answer. And I'm going to show you why. 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7. And look what it's already done. It performs every operation. It leaves you with 9 plus 7 equals 16. That's because in immediate execution mode, this type of a calculator setup doesn't understand the order of operations. It's assuming basically that you already know the order of operations. Okay, so if you're using this type of a calculator, you would actually have to enter it in. So in this type of a calculator, if you were using this, you would actually have to enter the multiplication first. 2 times 3 plus 1 plus 7. And then you get the correct answer of 14, but that's how you have to enter it. That's how an immediate execution type calculator works. You actually have to enter in the multiplication first in order for it to give you the correct answer. But if we go to scientific mode, then I can enter this whole thing in and watch as I enter it in. Watch that the whole expression is entered correctly. 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7. I haven't hit the enter. I haven't hit the equal sign yet. I'm going to hit it now. Equals 14. But look at the big difference. When I'm in this mode, it shows the entire expression. 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 7, and there's the equal sign, 14. Notice that didn't show up that way in standard mode. So this is where people, they get confused. A lot of people don't understand. There's two basic types of calculator entries. You have immediate execution, and then you have expression mode. So you need to be aware of that when you're using your calculator. And again, as always, thanks for watching. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Every once in a while, I'll throw in a little math problem with everything else, but most of my stuff here is tech related, and occasionally I throw in a few math problems. But if you got anything out of this, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. You can turn notifications on so you never miss an upload. And please feel free to share with your friends and fellow friends. See ya.